I only speak. Oh, subtitles are cool. I have not. It's barely visible. I don't want to get too dark. We'll just What does it matter? So, wait, why does the time matter? What is this shit? I'll put it in anyway. It is not. Okay. Cool. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I think I've probably seen this game, like, a little bit at some point in my life. But never played it. And now it's my turn. I want to play with Stanley.
This is the story
Deluxe.
of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Right.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Long as Stanley's happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
No.
Something he would never quite forget.
Strawberry milk?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
You're right.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
And this is where I come in. So all I know, I'm starting to remember slowly what this game is. And I get to mess with the narrator. Or, you know, follow him. I hate on days. Yeah, I also hate on days. More of an off day kind of guy. I died. Why is it when I'm pressing buttons. Not. Alright. Where to, Mr.
All of his
Narrator?
co-workers were gone.
Oh, hey.
What could it mean?
Hey.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I probably did, yeah.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, I hate Mund. Damn. I love the narrator. Narrators in games are amazing. What I got here? Come on, tell me I'm doing something wrong. Say it. I like work. I just hate my boss. Aisle. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Be my what? Okay. Oh, why am I shutting these off? No. My computers. What's over there? I can't go in there. Where's the meeting room? Let's go and see if I missed out on the memo. Why are there a lot of I Hate Monday cups? Mugs. Can I go? Can I go?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I was never good with my lefts and rights. I'm a... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If you all eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I'll go
and
back,
Stanley
huh?
knew it perfectly well.
Okay.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's exactly... Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Where, how far, why is this office so big? Right.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
25.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Got an achievement for No You Can't Jump. Huh. Well...
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
I'm sorry, Mr.
A room
Narrator.
so
Are
utterly
you
captivating
Stanley?
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Coffee nut? Sounds gross. What time is it
At this
here?
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy
That's
and
not-
reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone
Why
left.
is... Wait, right click is... Go forward? Left click is... I'm guessing jump? I don't know.
But at last, he'd had enough of the
The
amazing
amazing.
room and took
Yep.
the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Well... I could do the same thing again, but I'd end up, I kinda wanna... Oh...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
If I did eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I would have ended up in the same exact place. Where am I? What is this? Who do I work for? Who are you, Mr. Narrator? Hey. Oh, well, I'm trapped here. Hey. That truck is on. Oh no!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Whoops.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yes, I am super powerful. Where am I? Like in my office?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Let's
What
go.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Nope.
open doors, this was not the correct
Nope.
way to the meeting room.
Shut up.
And Stanley knew it
I'm
perfectly
going
well.
back
Perhaps he
to-
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
do-
admire it.
What I have to do.
Wow. Yes. This room.
Nope.
But
that
eager
room.
to get back to business,
That
Stanley
room
took the
right there.
first open door on his left.
Nope, waited. Ha ha ha! Had you thinking for a second, buddy.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
All
it's
right.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh. Duh. Do not jump from the cargo lift while... Oh, wait, no. That wasn't in motion, though. Penalty for misuse, and then... Well, how am I supposed to pay that if I'm...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Have we?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Wait a
There's
second.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
Sorry,
zero
no,
consideration
you're
for
right.
others?
You're
Are you
right.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I
Why,
got curious.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
I'm
To
I'm
show
sorry.
you
I'm
something
sorry.
beautiful.
Okay.
Look, let me
Okay.
prove it. Let me
Okay.
prove that I'm on your side.
You know what?
Give
Go
me a
ahead.
chance.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I got curious, and curiosity killed the cat. And so did. Well, no, they always land on their feet. I probably landed on my feet too, but danger everywhere. Oh god, that doesn't look good for me. Okay, narrator, prove to me you were on my side. If you're really on my side, Mr. Narrator, open 2B1. I'm curious to know what's in that room. I need to know what's in that room. Buckets. Need a bucket now. Oh. Come on, you know you want to pick it up. Well, I need a bucket.
Now listen carefully, this is
Yeah.
important.
Right.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door. Okay, so if you want me, what if I'm colorblind? You know, you want me to walk through the red door, but you opened both, right? Now, what if all I see is blue? Could you have at least said the red door on the left, or the red door on the right, or the blue door on left or right? Will he specify if I stand here long enough? The bucket. The bucket. Not the bucket. Come. Okay, you want? Okay, he's on my side. He's on my side. So don't.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
It's fine.
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Come on.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think, well, I
Shit,
think
but I
I
came
have
from
a
that one, right?
solution.
All right.
Here, let me show you.
Well, I don't know how to put this. Oh, wait. Hey. Now. This is one weird hallway. Oh, that's death. That's just a black void. Huh?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't. Wait, does that mean the door that I just entered would be right over here? Okay, guess not. Guess I just completely teleported to a completely different area. Oh.
Here. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It
If we
is.
just stay right here, right in this moment with this
Oh.
place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
But unfortunately, this isn't your story. You're not Stanley. You're a slave. You just are. You work for me. I really want to stay. This is beautiful. Oh. I like it. I want to stay. Will that get smaller? Oh. Now, like, have a dragon flying or something. I wanna... Something cool. I wanna... Maybe, like, some fireworks? I mean, I don't know what these are. Can I... No, I can't fall off. Whoa. Whoa. You going green now? I don't... Well, this room's cool. But I do have to... I really want to stay. Okay, another like 10 seconds. This really is nice. Alright, well, time's up. Gotta go. Gotta get busy.
No, wait.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Okay, fine. We'll stay. Oh, red! Oh, yep. Yellow. Oh my god.
Right. Where were we?
I don't know, but... Ooh. Oh, it's nice. Got pink and everything now. That's fantastic. Wow, that's great. But I gotta You know, I gotta get... What? I'm sorry, Mr. Neighbor. I have to do this.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay. I'll go. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Fine, I'll go back. Man, this guy is really making me...
Good, good. Oh. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I can't make promises, you know, I can't keep... I can't do it. Okay, one more time. One more time. Just one.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Yeah, but Mr. Narrator, let's say I... Stairs disappeared. Let's say I don't go in here, right? Let's say I stay...
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Yes, but then the story doesn't progress, and then what is Stanley, you know? He just... Oh, different color. Oh, never mind, I lied. Just back to being here. Yeah, I can, Mr. Narrator. I got a game to play, a story to progress, a life to live, if you will. The stairs are dangerous. If there's an alternate path,
you heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
No, you're right. You're right. I was never good at walking upstairs. I'm sorry. I apologize. Why do I even try, you know? Trying is so pointless when... Fine. I didn't want to play anyway. No. You have to have confidence in me, narrator. We are one in the same. Two peas in a pod. Except you're a little bigger. You're a big pea pod. But Okay. I got this. I can do this.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Take what? Oh my god.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay, so if I jump off here, I die. Now the question is, does the narrator remember what happened? Because I, as a player, I will remember everything up until now about how you're so kind and mean at the same time. But like, what if I like do some crazy parkour shit? How much momentum can I get? Not a lot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, he was right. Stairs are dangerous. He's right. One last visit, because we're not coming back here again, Mr. Narrator. I don't think so, at least. Oh. Yeah, this really is nice, and... Yeah. Alright. Well, we gotta get back to the office. The boss is probably worried about me, so... You know how it is. Yeah, boss man, ooh, that's a really high jump. You know, I don't know if it's all that safe. Is there a secret under these stairs? Come on. Oh, that's gotta be a secret. Secret staircase? No? Well, I will see you in the next office, Mr. Narrator. As in Stanley, the proud owner of Cubicle 427.
No!
Oh, whoa.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Honestly, me too.
Can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I am quite happy. As you can tell, I'm jolly as shit right now. But there's one emotion, one state that will rival being happy. And that's the pure adrenaline, baby. We're going back. We're going back. I want that rush. Oh, I haven't felt that in a long time.
Go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Oh, you're wrong. The pure adrenaline. No, I Gets my heart pumping. It gets my legs throbbing.
No, no, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Blowjobs? I didn't hear it. Didn't hear it out of your mouth. Come on. Come on.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
She's begging me. You know what? One last time.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
He really thought. Can I run
My
fast?
God, is this really how much you dislike my
Your game? Oh, I
That you'll
love it.
throw yourself from this
No,
platform
no,
over and
that's
over to
not
be
it.
rid of it?
No,
You're
it's-
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Sorry. Just, it has to be this way. I'll do a cool trick for you.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Yes?
I don't know anymore.
He's right.
I just wanted us to get it. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Well, seeing as I jumped off several times, like 3, and how I haven't taken any damage, I mean, I assume I'm invincible at this point. I mean, I literally haven't. Am I moving slower than normal? Am I really getting hurt? Well, gotta go. Duty calls, and that duty is something fun. Gotta make my way up these stairs slowly but surely. Almost there. All right, Mr. Narrator, any final words for me? No. All right.
Is it over?
Oh.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
No, no,
I'm going
no.
back.
No. Oh. So he's the narrator. Does he not remember?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Sure I did. Now how do I get in that room? Should I follow? Is it worth following him? Do I
When
just...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Yeah.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, yeah. I do gotta see what this meeting room has in store. See if anyone's there, so might as well. Doesn't look like it.
Yet there was not a single person
Not
here
getting fired.
either.
Talk less.
Feeling a wave of
do.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who did that?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But there's so much here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
No, it's not empty. It's got a whole bunch of... Oh, I should jump. Got my pliers up there.
It was baffling that
Wrenches.
Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it
Okay,
is,
well-
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fuck off. But I technically have this door
Are
to
you-
interact with.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing
Yes.
around doing nothing?
Whoa!
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I got you. So, closets. Great. They store things. Correct? And even though I can't interact
You
with
do
it, I'm
realize
talking.
There's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't
guess,
even occur to
but-
me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Then why did you add it? Why did you add a functioning broom closet?
Maybe to
You know?
this is somehow its own branching path.
But it has to be.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
You know what? I'm gonna do that
I
tonight.
hope your friends
Yeah.
find this concerning.
No. No, of course not. It's everyone's favorite ending. It's your favorite ending too. It's my favorite ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and
Whoa,
really,
whoa.
really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's
Whoa.
how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Also, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Damn, he's slandering.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
No one's in the office.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless
dead.
human physiological
I'm not.
vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Right, so as I was saying about a minute ago, this broom closet, out of all the many doors that I was not able to open, if you believe this one opened, right? Now, because it opened, I assumed that there'd be something here for me to do. Matter of fact, you're the narrator. Can you do something about it? I mean, you've opened doors for me. Can you spawn in a command block? Huh. No, there's something here. We're gonna get something. It's a broom. Okay, yep. Walls, ceiling. Oh, up there's a gap. No. But, okay, so where do I fill this mop bucket up at? There's no water in here. It's just for storing things, right? So we got what? 2 rolls of duct tape, wrenches. What even is that? I don't know what that is. What? Toolbox? I don't. And then another. Is this a wrench? I don't know what these are called. Sure. I don't know. Plumber shit. You got rope, more tape. This one's standing up though. There's got to be something behind that. Oh, tape up there. Another one of those pliers, I believe. Huh? Got a couple flattened out cardboard boxes. Broom. Yellow mop bucket. Red dye dude on the red seas, and he's slipping and dying. And pipes or tubing for. No, he's not gonna let. No, I have to have this. He wouldn't leave me here alone.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
He's just feeding it to me. He should.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of
This is my
invalids.
ending. I'm gonna
Perhaps
get
there's
it.
a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm
Is there
not
a hammer in it?
particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. But the claw. What if it's gonna close?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
There's
boss's
gotta be something with
office.
that staircase. It's gonna be mine. Sorry, I see red. That probably says something. Cacti. Owl on a motorcycle. A UFO.
But Stanley just couldn't do
No,
it.
I was
He
gonna go
considered the
back, but-
possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that.
Why are these on?
And in such a competitive economy,
Lights should be
why
on.
had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would
roll.
think he was crazy.
Wrong.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
One,
maybe I
two,
am crazy.
B,
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
I'm dreaming.
He yelled. This is
not a
all a
dream."
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He
Where am I
wasn't
going?
going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing
Yes, that's
buttons.
fair.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to
Oh, come
gently
on.
float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Where's
One
my
he was
penis?
amazed he hadn't asked himself
How
sooner.
big?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating
No, everyone's
everything
got
that
one of
I'm
those.
doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
That's
How
true.
else would the voice explain all that? This
Only a
voice
dream.
was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
This painting.
That this
Yeah.
was a dream.
Dream
So
painting.
he closed his eyes gently.
Dream.
And he invited
Oh, not-
himself to
no.
wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
I never thought
I'm
that.
through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back
Someone
to
give me a
my
new chair in
job.
my back.
Let me continue pushing the
pain.
buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life
That's
exactly
big.
the
I don't
way
have a
it's always
wife.
been.
Look at me.
My
look
life
at me.
is normal.
Look at me.
I am normal.
I don't have a wife.
Everything will
I
be
don't-
fine.
What do you say? A job, a wife,
I
a life? I
am
don't know.
okay.
Hey, why am I still here?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up.
someone
My
wake me
name is
up.
Stanley.
My name is
I have a
Stanley. I have a
boss. I have an
boss. I have
office.
an office.
I am
I am
real.
real.
Please,
Cool.
just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm not Ariel. I'm Stanley.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Right.
She arose, got dressed, gathered
Got
her
her
belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Right.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Little bit.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Right.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting
Yes.
to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by
Right.
extension, the rest of her life. She
Right,
had
yeah.
no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
It's a long
And then
moment.
she turned and ran.
Did she call the ambulance? As you said she considered? Oh no. You bully. Wait a second.
When Stan...
This calls
Yet there was not a
for
single
another broom
person
closet
here
visit.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Up?
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please
All right.
take your time.
Will do. What do you guys think about this closet? This closet's it's quite fantastic. It's amazing, spectacular even. It's just phenomenal, one of a kind closet. We've got Stanley. We've got no narrator. No narrator, right? No narrator. No narrator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No narrator. Without narrator, what is... Oh. Boss, man. Oh, I can go in the bathroom? Hell yeah, dude. Alright, to be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. That's a weird quote to have in your bathroom. No reflection. Great. Feeling fabulous. Making sure. Okay. No receptionist. No desk. Huh. That's one hell of a business strategy. Can I? Ooh, I go up. Well, that's what to survive, yeah. Hey, Mr. Narrator. I think this narrator is enjoying himself a little too much. Is it weird that it's 6 and I'm like kind of eye heavy? I just woke up too, like that's long ago. Do I gotta click a button? Huh. So going up doesn't go anywhere. I'll have to go down now. Try that again. Step forward. Okay, it just doesn't go anywhere. All right, good to know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But
I got
of course,
this.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, you're right. Let's do some research. Where is this? My God. Just...
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
It's just not possible for me to know that it's 2845. I didn't even do the research for that. I don't even know where... 2845.
2845.
No, I heard you. I just don't know that yet. I don't know that I heard you. Can you open it for me if I mess around too many times? 2845, right?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Yep. Can't see. Let's see. 2, 8, 4, 5. I got it. Man, that brute force really hurts. It doesn't hurt me because I'm invincible. Really tall door. You turn yourself off, a little bright, you know. Shine it somewhere useful, not at the entrance. Oh. Whoa, I don't like that. Why is that? I guess I could just... Oh. Fantabulous. This one doesn't have any music though, so it's a little worse. A lot worse.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Right.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, no, I was joking.
Whoops. Nope.
Oh.
Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
I don't know if
Why
it was gonna work.
did Stanley
The
do
whole
that
electric
when he knew that it would
thing.
just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Forgot my keys. Yeah. Yeah, my keys are,
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly
right it
the way
is.
it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story
It was
in new and
2845.
fascinating ways I
Right.
could have never anticipated.
Why did
It's
it
that
not?
keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one
Right.
after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
and I'm fully on mine. So,
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
well, you know, it's, my noggin's really thong.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Or Hear me out. This mind control. Hey. This elevator's just looking
Did you think
real.
we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Plot twist right there. It could just be the boss's office. Why does it only do the electric, like, fuck up when I go... Wait. Shit. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Wait a second, is this...
Oh my god. It's
boss's
the boss's
office.
office.
Who would have thought?
This absolutely changes everything for me.
Does it?
Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
No problem.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this
Right.
stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Yeah.
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Have you?
As before,
Okay, yeah.
I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Thank you. Alright. Let's head back down.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Where else would I go?
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no
What
frame
can I
of
say?
reference to even anticipate
But bro.
it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Well, I know. I try my hardest to make it as entertaining as possible. Like, for example, I'm gonna...
You know what?
Tell me.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
No problem.
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
That's true.
But the
That's true.
suspense, the agony of waiting and
understands me.
anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting.
Yeah?
Why don't we take this elevator ride
Oh,
nice
I'm all in.
and slow?
Oh, yeah. I like it
There we
slow.
go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
Oh, my God.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces
And not
from
me,
the very
not
moment
me.
that
I'm
things
here for
get
the-
started.
the-
But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
Yeah.
Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think, and to
Generation, man.
anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal.
Right.
This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and
You
I are
understand me,
doing
Mr.
right
Narrator.
now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
Well-
Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
And you
I
never
want
know
have
what
to
I'm going to do
think.
next.
I want to be
You know?
engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why
Sure
we're so
ass.
starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in
so
the
bad.
face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
Really
so
now?
that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, they're hyping me up. This is too much for me. Dumb baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
That was the Minecraft door opening sound. Yep, that's me.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I don't have time.
Really no, I do.
Proud of you, Stanley.
Not on me right now.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Hold on. 427, they know me. I just didn't remember where you came from. I thought my coworkers disappeared. See, break a leg, champ. Your boss. I love the way you ride elevators. Thank you. Stanley. Me. Dad? Am I his? Sure. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You're too cool. Good luck on the stage. Rock on. Break a leg, champ. Yeah, I'll get the story ready. Go get a tiger, Stanley. I love cursive. My time. No, wait. My true love for you grows. I'm so great at reading. Every day, you make me feel alive. Your wife from this. I don't have a wife. Wait. Something about this feels wrong. Me? Fooling women? No. It's a man in a wig. Hey, thank you. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Is it all a dream? Well, that's just messed up. Really good dream though. Hold on. I didn't go anywhere.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Right.
Just a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. What a good dream. I've had so many good dreams recently. This is...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Must be at the boss's
Feeling a
room.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, we've got a little bit of a problem here. But my there, I thought we were cool. All right. And you mean to tell me that there's gonna be a crowbar somewhere around here? There's not gonna be, because then the door closes on me and then...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Don't talk
office.
to me. No, I don't want to be here again. This room sucks. But I did have fun. I wonder if the passcode's the same. What? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast? Money crisp. Or no. Money crisp.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Tragedy.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Yep.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
I don't even have
feet. And so the
feet.
boss
You're
had
lying.
assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I feel like I've been here before. I don't know what it is, but... Is he gonna disable the up? Can I no longer press... He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Oh, but you poor soul. You should have known I'd go back up. Yeah. Cool. Again, I forgot my feet here.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Yes, it
exactly
is.
the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
All right,
this
okay.
has fleshed out the
I'm
plot
sorry.
of the story in new and fascinating ways I could
know.
have never
I know. I'm sorry.
anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Hey, I wouldn't be here without you, Mr. Narrator. I only know what to do.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor.
What to do?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Still go back up, though. Oh. Well, why didn't you say so sooner?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Well, I've survived death before. And honestly, I can do it again.
The door behind him was not shut.
Well, I
Stanley
hope so.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Right.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Well, I'm not afraid of death. Oh, wow, that's red. Let's see. Oh. Wait. I'm fucking invincible. Alright.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence
No, hey,
whatsoever.
hey, we can talk about
Stanley
this.
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like
hold on.
plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Come on. No. No. Ah, fuck. Oh. Knew I was fucking
Farewell,
invincible.
Stanley,
Oh,
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous
Why is there a new
metal
narrator?
jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
well. Huh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Hey. What? Can I go back? Nope. It is now locked. Well. This is different. That's the white room.
When
Ooh.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Right. Yeah, sure. Stanley's. Oh, I got my computer. Cool. Right. Okay. Yeah. Filing cabinet. Two doors. Yeah, I remember that one. The office. Wow, this is fantastic. Button sounds. Okay, it's pretty cool. This cubicle would this be? No one. Oh, but there's two sides. What's over here? Credits. Thank you. Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, cool. Great. Thank you. Amazing. Office clock, right?
It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator.
This elevator for sure.
Huh. I'm freedom ending. Cool. Oh, the elevator. A beauty. Press it. Click it. Let me click it. Let me click it. Let me click it. Your lucky day. Ah! Ow! Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps
Eyes
not.
don't work.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Whoa.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Huh.
As long as you
No.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Nah, I'll take the. I'm invincible. Watch. Guess. Where? If it puts. It's gonna. No way. Sick. I wonder what happens if I actually did click escape and left.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
That's fine.
decided
Let's
to go to
listen
the
to-
meeting room. Perhaps
listen
he had
to
simply
Boss
missed the
Man.
memo.
Speed on this. Let's go. Gotta go fast. Okay, go door on the left.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Please don't be closed. Closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase,
I'm starting to hate
Stanley
the narrator.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You see when everything gets reset, so does the closet. But nope.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through
I
the
can go on the
story as
couch.
quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That
Oh,
kind of
shit.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This shit is ass. Turn it off. Garbage. Come on.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright, narrator. I'm ready.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Who's the other narrator? The one that wanted me, or wanted us to, or what did she want?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I do. I've got the strength to walk up a flight of stairs, which is the same thing as solving these mysteries.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Fired.
their true nature revealed. Each
Am I-
bore the number of an employee in the building,
347?
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I am 247, right? So that'd be me right there. No, or was I? I was, wasn't I?
This
Whatever.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was
427?
happy with his boring job? That
Whoa.
his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
Why
it.
are these
His
ones
own
pirate?
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Who's employee
Wasn't
pirate?
it?
Hey.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Offline.
labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I
And
wanna
as the
take over
cold
the
reality
world.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh. Hey, can I go up there? That button. There's a lot of white buttons, never mind. That one's not special. Where is it? Let's see. No, what does it say?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything
me.
it stood for.
Well, what do I gotta do here? We're on the same page. Mind control? Bad. Did I do an oopsie? Did I accidentally set off a bomb?
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his
I guess.
co-workers gone?
I don't know.
How
I was
had he
listening to
been
you.
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would
I
anyone
wanna
tell him
go.
where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Sir,
Whatever life
oh my
he
God,
lives,
it's beautiful.
it will be his.
Who do I work
That was
for?
all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
I'd hope so.
And Stanley was happy.
Happy. Complete the Stanley parable. That's actually just it. the... Oh. No, that's not it. We've got more endings to get.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Nah. New Game Plus. New content, baby. Let's go.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. I can get up this. I'll do some crazy attack. Come on, just... Wait a second. Still locked. Wait. No, that door's probably still... Bye. Bye. And hello to... whatever this is.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Wow.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
It does.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Alright, me too, I guess.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
Nothing special, you're right.
yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah, maybe some dragons and, like...
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I like the brick walls.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable
Fantastic.
Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Whoa.
It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Let's go get the content, Mr. Narrator. Let's go get the content.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Can I jump outside? Oh, only in the circle, man. Man. That's fine. Let me exhaust my jumps. Gotta get this out of my system. I like this. The jump wait. We got one more jump. Wait. So if I run out of jumps, I run out forever? Wow. That was...
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content.
I don't know. Yeah,
there
you're
has
right.
to be something else, right?
Elevator.
Goodness. Another elevator.
That's what I'm
Stanley,
saying.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting
we
new
haven't gotten
content?
to the dragons
if
yet.
this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours
do.
of new content right there. Hell, I could
yeah,
count
but-
to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
It's,
Yes.
it was
I
another
knew there
jump
had to be
circle.
something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Hey, narrator, take notes. See how they're not closing doors on me?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I
You
lied.
see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush
Hold
a
on.
cheap expansion to market for no reason other than
There's
to make
gotta
an
be
easy
something
dollar.
else.
And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality
Is there?
assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault,
No, no,
Stanley.
it's not your
I
fault.
built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Okay,
It could
well.
never have lived up to such
Well.
expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Okay.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Like always? Like the good
What
old
do you
days?
say, friend?
Well, I didn't do... Okay. Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. I like the vent. Alright. My ankles are done. What did you want to show me, Mr. Narrate?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe
we're all
content
done
turned
with
out
that.
to be? Well,
It
it
was
got me
awful.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah,
So
you have a
I
good
made
point, yeah.
something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Thank you.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can
Oh, I
relive the
still can't
peak
jump.
experiences of my life
So-
whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, I want to... Alright. I'm hyped. Let's go. And...
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013
Oh,
when the game
the
originally
UI
launched?
is horrendous.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Huh. Well, no, that's not the time. Remember. Man, what are these? How did you get that picture? You're right. Smile because it happened. Oh, just $1 bill. Mr. Krabs. Oh. Is that actually an achievement? Oh, wow. Well, it's good to know. Oh, my death, right. Great time. We got here. I don't even get to enjoy the band. There's a piano.
Je suis dans la memory zone.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out
10
of
out of
10
10.
from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original
That's-
Stanley Parable was.
that's peak.
It
I
was
love it.
literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no
Don't
games
say.
at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Well, I mean, elevators aren't all that bad. I mean, well, the ones, well, not the new content one, but the music's always nice to hear. Do I go up or down or up or maintenance zone? So I go not down. Oh, that's amazing.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, another door. The serious room. Can I get in this serious room? I don't even know what door open. Is it this one I have? No, I just came from there. Huh. Am I supposed to... I don't know, I can't really disobey anymore. I have already gone too far. I beat the game. Allegedly.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I
Wait.
can help you with that. Like, I can...
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I don't know. I thought you put this here. Whoa.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Can we check?
Honestly, I could not be bothered
let's
to play
see.
this game
Not
to full
recommended.
completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
That's not true.
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Very
I'm not trying to be
untrue.
funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Valid. Huh. That wasn't a real review, was it? I doubt it. Nah, it couldn't be. Huh. Well, of course the good ones are blurred out. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
Nudist
as someone
channel.
who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No,
You
no.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
No,
Good
no,
goodness.
you're not.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black
You're
marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
No,
Like I let
no,
these people down.
No, of course
Perhaps
not.
the Stanley Parable
You-
isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Dude, forklift certification would be insane. That's on the to-do list, the bucket list. Oh God.
What's this one got to say?
9.8 hours.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Well, I mean... Oh. There's no way you play for 9.5 or 10 hours, right? just to hit him with the big old thumbs down and like, you know, this game's alright. Dude spent 30 hours, you know. It's fun while it lasts, but the narrator's a
And
piece of
here
shit.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
I'll wait for him to finish.
You're
Oh,
back,
yep,
you see.
yep.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Yeah,
Of course,
right.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that,
Right.
of course, you
Yeah,
need a description of it, but if I had to describe
this was red, it'd
I'd
be easier
say
to
it was
clip.
perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are or were or will be at the time
Right.
of having made said choice.
Okay, you were really
That
good
is
at
to say,
talking.
if by articulating a choice you've already made, you
Unironically,
bring that choice into being,
this kind of person
then
isn't
by
all that
making
bad.
no choice and saying nothing,
you're just
are you
completely
not
bored
simply
and you just
erecting
wanna
in the
talk,
sanctuary of time a
so he's just
monument to
rambling for no
every
reason.
person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your
this-
great gift
yeah.
of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather,
I mean, if
to
you're able to
all of the
talk
choices
this
you've
much
ever
about
made,
nothing,
in fact, make you more not
great.
this kind of person,
I wish
and
I
in
could do
fact
that.
do the very opposite.
And I go
You see, it
brain
could
dead
in
for a
fact
second,
be
and I
both
just say, "Oh,
of
nothing."
these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are
Let him
both
finish.
affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first,
He's just-
I was leaning towards
he's just rambling at this
manifesto,
point.
but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Right.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
It
has
does.
a mouthfeel
It does.
that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto.
Right,
Heavens,
manifesto.
at this rate, we're going to be here all day.
We
okay,
are.
look, I
So-
have a method for exactly this sort of situation. And I do find myself in this situation frequently.
How frequently?
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession
Okay.
until I become sick of one or the other, in
Right.
which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
I
It
think
is an unimpeachable
manifesto,
strategy,
I think,
Stanley.
wins
It's
here.
rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right,
Okay.
here we go. Treatise.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Yeah, no, manifesto is just,
Manifesto.
manifesto is just better.
Treatise. Manifesto.
No, yeah, definitely
Treatise.
manifesto.
Manifesto.
Okay, yeah.
Treatise. Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
Treatise.
Manifesto.
Manifesto.
Treatise.
I'm gonna let him go on until he
Manifesto.
stops. Let's see if he even
Manifesto.
does stop. We
Treatise.
gotta.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise.
All right, no, I was just gonna.
Manifesto.
There's no way.
Treatise.
second.
Manifesto.
Yeah.
Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
All right. He's.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
I did,
But that's
yeah.
the power of the button. The minute I start to go
Why is
off
he
on a
getting tired of any of
thoughtless
those?
display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this,
Cookie
and whether
9's gonna
they'll
be happy.
edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first
I don't know
place.
either. Can you?
I guess I should become better
probably
educated
good at it,
on
yeah.
exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Maybe.
Although I
Gotta do
have
your
to
research.
imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation.
Steam's got some other stuff to worry about.
I
They're in a
think that's
pickle right
quite
now.
likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular
And it-
user
it's
the
not a
ability
tasty
to
pickle.
change their review,
Pickles
so
aren't
that the
tasty.
feature is not widely abused.
All right, shut up.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
Okay.
last one was, well,
What, an hour?
I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well,
Door?
there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button
30
has
minutes
been
to 45
aptly
minutes got rid of the door.
And we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Right.
Where did the door go?
I don't know.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Oh, there was, yeah.
I
there
don't
was.
feel quite
And
certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window
Teleportation.
anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall?
Maybe in
I'll
this
take any of
button.
those. All I want is... Stanley! Stanley!
I'm up.
Stanley, please don't
Oh, it's
push
been
the
an
button
hour.
again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen
That's
there.
not what the clock
I don't
says.
know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've
Yeah.
looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I
Narrator,
have
we
no
gotta-
idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
you stop talking.
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe.
Mr.
I have to
Man.
know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would
Well,
you?
you gotta understand where I'm coming from. There's no door. The
I
door's
don't know what I can do to
disappeared.
convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
Okay, but you have the
Those
power to
reviews
get
that I
rid
couldn't
of
get
this
out of my
button,
head.
correct?
I just couldn't
get rid of
ignore
the
the
button.
negative feedback.
Add a door.
Why was it so important
Open
for
it up.
me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've
Oh.
never even met Cookie Nine.
That's-
I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really
Were these
matter?
lights always
But
out?
Here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone
right now the
ever
time
says
is,
about
what,
me. The
like
merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I
47?
become as impetulant as a
246?
child, wild and
246.
impulsive. I can't help myself.
So
I can't stop
246,
myself from
two
lashing
lights
out
are
with a
out.
vengeful fury to alter and to change. and
Okay,
to break.
yeah. Now we gotta
Oh,
check it.
Stanley,
Whoa.
you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness.
light.
I have someone to talk to again.
It says
Stanley, I think it's
111.
been a week or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you
I'm here
think
now.
that that's just how it's always
Where's this
been,
light
right?
coming from?
Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even
not?
close.
Not even
because
close?
I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up.
Well.
I'll give up every branching path. I'll
Well.
burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in.
Yeah,
These
about that.
words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I can hear
Because
you.
maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear
You're
me,
real.
then maybe it means I'm real.
You are.
Maybe I'm not just a...
No, you're not. You're not just fiction.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Where's this
I have had
light coming
time to
from?
think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped
really, where's the
keeping
light coming
track
from?
after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Well, no, but
To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it
still got
all
better.
in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when
That
that
still
feeling
works.
had begun
That's
to
still
subside,
on.
what took its place is what I can
Button
only
still
describe
works.
as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously.
I was consumed.
I don't want to leave him again.
I could do nothing but wallow in it
he's
for
a
what
great guy.
felt like an eternity. For what I
But-
now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me.
But he
It
keeps
was
talking.
unlike anything I had ever known.
Sorry, bud. Nothing happened this time. Oh, no, I lied. That's... broken? Still moving. Still flashing. Narrator? You're alive still, right? You didn't just... get up and die on me? Did you... Just... Still alive, right? Does this make me a murderer? No, it's time. I don't want to hear that. Oh no! Stop, shut up, that's loud. I don't like you.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives.
Does he know I'm
It
here?
has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment...
I killed him again. Is the button working? Oh, there you go. It takes a second. Got nothing.
The end is never the end, is never the end,
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. He's good at that. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Do a lap. Now that doesn't look good. I don't think it's supposed to rain indoors, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna open this next button or press it's gonna be a flood. Oh. Well. Whose fault is this? And where's the sky? Not my problem. Wonder if our door is gonna... Shit. It's bright again. Hello. Narrator. And... Yes. Okay. It's getting better. It's not perfect, not great. Oh, I can see trees out there now. It's not just the sky. And I feel bad. It's I don't know how old I don't know if I'm being affected by time. I mean, the narrator is clearly feeling every minute, but he's oh, what happened? Huh. Well, he's gonna be here, right? He's not. This isn't a horror game, right? What's out there? Maybe he'll be here this time? Daytime? Oh. Well, I mean... Will it still work? No. So what could I possibly... Wait, how is it deserted now? Why is it a desert? Is the narrator dead? No. No, he can't be. Let's follow the rocks. There's rocks everywhere, I lied. No.
Already this was uncomfortable.
Oh, he's alive. That's
and
great.
Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
The end is never. Huh. Let's go shut all these off. The end is... Whoa. Okay. New content fucked me over last time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, I'm tired of
Perhaps he
following the
wanted to
rules.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Where did this go again? Right. I didn't... Hold on.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to land on the
Stanley,
truck.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I can survive
I'm not
that,
your
right?
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh,
This is it, Stanley.
my wife?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put
I
your
think
work aside,
I
to let
miss
her
my
back
wife.
into your life. She's been waiting.
Well,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can...
oh, it was 427. That's okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yes.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
It's a man.
All right.
It's a man for sure. It's him in a
Okay,
wig.
There we
The
go.
narrator in a
All
wig.
right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your...
Gotcha!
Nope.
Oh,
Couldn't fool
come
me.
on. Did you actually
Couldn't
think
fool
you had
me.
a loving wife who'd want to commit
Nope.
their life to you? I'm
me.
trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Yeah, no, I will.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
All right, no, valid. You're right. You're the boss.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
You're in control, my ass. This isn't your story. It's my keyboard, not yours. And if you want me to press X, You're gonna have to get me away. Well, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna. He's not gonna. He's not gonna do it. Fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I thought we were friends. I'm not pressing. I'm not doing it. You know I'm not now. Over here calling me like Oh wait. I'm not falling for these tricks again, narrator. You want me to press B? You press B. I dare you. I doubled it. What if I just... Right? Begin the game again. What if I just did that, huh? What would you do? B for begin the game again? Are you gonna stop me? Are you going to remember any of this? Is the broom closet unlocked? Questions, Mr. Narrator, questions. Now you thought you were good at rambling on about nothing or something. You clearly haven't met me. You know why? Because I'm so good at rambling on. I can ramble on for hours, maybe minutes, seconds even. Seconds. Because at some point, you run out of things to talk about. You don't know what to say. You don't know where to go. I'm sitting here playing your game, Mr. Narrator, right? Playing the game I bought. And you're narrating everything I do. You're obedient. You listen to me. I choose my own story. You wanted me to go left, I went right. And you know what you did? You listened. You changed your story according to my will. See, that's what you are, narrator. And this is what I am. I own you. You're nothing. Now, we had our times, right? We were friends at one point. But as soon as the game resets, you think you're better than me. We're on the same level. Alright? You have powers in the game. I have powers out the game. If that makes sense. Now, I know you're saying that doesn't make any sense. But you can add things to your game. And I can press escape and quit the game. That's my power, is shutting you down. Which is why I'm better. And you're not. Now, when I told you that I was better at rambling on, you thought I was joking. No. I told you for minutes, maybe seconds, maybe hours, who knows, that I could ramble on. Like, for example, what's the best Pokemon? Pikachu. I don't know. But here I am, still rambling on. And you know what I haven't done? I haven't gone back and repeated the same. I'm not deciding between manifesto and... What's the other word? I don't know. But you see what's not important? Do you see where you stand? You too. You're listening, aren't you? And you see how good I am at this? Not very good. Take a sip of my milk. I don't want to spill that on my keyboard, because that would suck. I'm not out of ideas, but you don't want me to ramble on. I'm surprised he hasn't done anything, I'm going to be honest.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
As I just did.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, yeah.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
But
first, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished.
Are you watching me?
Off the
Oh, no.
face of the
Okay, you
earth.
scared me for a second.
The thought
Staring at me.
excited him terribly.
Mediocre rack. Cute. Boys!
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I don't want to make dinner. What are you making?
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Why did that change
he
something?
began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an
Dogs.
enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I have kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would
What if
never
I'm already
end,
pressing the
he
button
might
that he wants to
always
ask me? What if I
feel
just
this
held
free?
everything down on my keyboard?
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't
I've
there
got, like,
be?
most of them
Perhaps
clicked.
if he played just
Maybe
one
just-
more time.
I was already pressing B. I don't know. I don't even know who you are.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
This one.
And
Yeah,
I'm trying
sleep
to tell him
ETM.
that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as
That's
long as he
me.
remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I
Yeah.
tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Brother, spot
How
on
can I
yourself.
get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Mirror. Narrator. Okay. Sure, whatever. It's fine.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules.
Don't do that to me.
I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Huh?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Please
And
die. Well, now that seems, you know. Yeah, I know. That's like, you know.
Already this was
Where would this true ending be, if there is a true ending? Now, what was the? Do I have to just go get like 5 different endings, and I gotta? We're gonna get that. Shut up. No, you know what? Let's go see what's in here. There's newer
You noticed my
content.
sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. I'm hyped. I remember you. You were that amazing guy from the broom closet.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
That's huge. The end is never
Yes,
the
you
end
see,
again.
isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the
So
new
far.
territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could
Taste
go
the
in so
sequel?
many different directions.
That's a
This is
slogan.
what fans have truly been asking for.
I'm down.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Well-
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and
guess.
innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I mean, I guess to like an extent, yeah. But old busted, new hotness. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. New mugs? A slideshow? Which one goes the hardest? This is classic, yeah. Ooh. Wow. The two of me
Now,
would
to
be
be clear,
crazy.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Huh. Elm. The Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable is is the sequel to the Stanley Parable. The prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the... Two chairs. One arrow. What is that, a bus? Look at that bus in here. Let's go see what's going on.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Can I jump? No, I can't jump. Bad game. Delete it. Remove it. This game. Whoa. What's that mean? Well, your name in the game?
For the Stanley Parable
There's
2,
no way he says my name.
I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually
Yep, I'm not
recognized
Cookie 9,
and
but...
validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
I'll be impressed.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'll be impressed. Whether it's my Steam username, my actual... If you can say either of them, I'd be impressed.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really
Jim.
simulate the full
How'd you know?
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim,
I'm Jim.
sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all
Jim
of
doesn't
the
get
world's
heartbroken.
possibilities as Jim, and as
Drinking
Jim,
milk as
watching
Jim.
your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
These doors are
The
closed.
button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, you know, I'm Jim.
Jim.
It hits even harder
time,
the second
technically.
time. If
But
this
sure.
were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Honestly?
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
One more.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
putting the Jim button away.
Huh?
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No! I'm Jim though. I'm Jim. Yo, they call me Jim. Jim don't go Jim, cause Jim is Jimmed out. Jimmy with 2 shoes. They call me Jim. That's definitely the reference, right? Jimmy 2 shoes. That's what they were trying to do here. Jim. That's genius. All right, well, I do kind of want to go and see.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Bucket. Those screenshots?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Ooh, Happy 12th birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
I didn't click that. I guess my opinion wasn't relevant. Oh, well. What is
Or actually,
the screenshot button?
Maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
You know you want the 12th birthday. That one goes hard. Am I able? It said please no screenshots, but okay, hold on. Is there a shortcut for the Am I just like slow? Maybe I am. Is that no print screen? No, isn't there supposed to be? Whatever, it's fine. But I do want...
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
It wasn't even that bad of a choice. It was fine. Oh!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I don't want to play anymore. Get rid of my jump. You could have just added jumps. Just add the jumps. I want to... Give me, like, one jump. One. Two. Give me 2 jumps. 1 for Stanley Parable 1 and 2 for Stanley Parable 2. Come, you know you want to. You know you want to give me the jumps. Listen. Oh. Please, no screenshots. I want this one. My screenshot. Oh. Actually, is there a setting for when you... Oh. Hey. I got nothing. Alright, well. Infinite hole sounds hype. Collectibles. Infinite hole free achievement. Collectibles. Collect them all. Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
1 of 6. Okay. Oh. Guess that's it. Okay. Well.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Why would you want to go to the exit, though? I want to go to the infinite hole, but...
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward.
Huh.
I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket.
I'll do it. Okay, but the achievement...
All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Just pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. Alright.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well,
Right.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Okay.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as
All right.
simple as that.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Come on. I was promised an achievement. And I want my achievement. I pulled your lever. I want my achievement. Now I'm angry. No, I don't want to go and see your... No, I still want to see the bucket, actually. But... the infinite hole.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The hole. Where's the bucket you were talking about? It's got the, got the hole, but... bucket. You know? Buckets are, Alright. Yeah. Okay. Right. Science.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is,
There you
in
go.
fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
But... shouldn't I go and get that wait, there's a bucket. Where's the bucket? Okay, hold on. We'll be back to this whole situation later. But I really want my bucket. Up here? Oh, it might be up here. Settings, world settings. What? Oh, that's probably where the bucket is, huh? Can't go there. Hold on. There's a big banner for the bucket, and that wasn't there before, we'll say. Probably wasn't there before. Definitely wasn't there before. Oh, but there's a door there. I want to make sure I'm able to go to my infinite hole as well.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Break the glass.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Give me.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
hyped.
Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps
Can I get the bucket?
comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
I can
Yes,
imagine what a
the
bucket in my arms would
is
feel
the
like.
perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Fine.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I feel
And
great.
in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
I had enough of that.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on,
bucket on
don't
me.
they? All this and more
await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
That's tight. I get to keep it.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
The hole seems like I won't be able to get out, but no, the hole is important. I have my bucket. We're gonna go in the hole. This bucket is gonna save me from the infinite fall. I put it on my head, everything goes black, so it doesn't matter. I feel like if I put it on my head, I'll have like infinite more attractiveness. Alright, well. Go in the hole.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my
Honestly,
more
yeah.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say
Realistic.
so.
You can't
Now
move like
then,
this in the
since
air.
you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah, I got my bucket of
Now,
safety.
I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to
Why?
go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the
How do you
hole.
exaggerate
Is it a very,
infinity?
very deep hole?
You know,
To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
I'm out of milk.
Well, that sort of depends on your
Right,
definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a
Big
liar
congrats.
and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Just
What
the two of
normal
us,
person
we can
actually
make
wants to fall
just the
infinitely?
two of us.
I figured the hole was
We
as
can
deep as
make
anyone
it
would
if
actually
we
need.
try.
Don't you put
Just
this
the
on me.
two
Maybe
of
you're
us.
the problem.
Just the two of us.
Just
Just
things
the
got a
two
little
of
heated there. I
us.
think we both said some
Building
things
castles
we didn't
in
mean.
the sky.
Why don't we just
Just
put
the
all
two
this
of
behind
us.
us and agree to just
You
call
and
the
I.
whole
Actual banger.
mostly
Being at 2 a.m.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
This is quite... Wait. Now I've got max sense. Ah! Oh my gosh. Alright, we'll go.
Great. Now, I'm
Oh,
very...
I
for
tripped.
heaven.
Oh,
You see?
goodness.
I was right.
Oh, so
The problem is
clumsy I
you.
am.
The problem is that you like holes too much.
What can I say?
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird
Hey.
sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this
Oh,
time?
yeah, very much.
I couldn't help but
Just
feel
the
like you spent a
two of
little
us.
less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite
False advertising.
hole, but I didn't
You're
think
fired.
it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had
Okay.
enough? I'm positively
Oh,
thrilled.
it's sucking me in.
I really do have so much more to show you. Gosh, how could I have guessed?
Oh, no.
You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep,
It should
even
be
by the
called the
lax
hole.
overall standards for accountability
wouldn't
and
it
marketing.
be moving
What's
now,
going
but
on
only when
here?
it's TP?
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
Really hoping you
Here,
did.
Let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Yeah, but then if it gets any short, then it's not even like a hole at that point. You advertise an infinity hole, and here it is getting smaller and smaller. There's probably a word that'll make this seem like a very fun hole but like the hole that gets shorter and every time you fall into its infinity that was supposed to be infinite but is no longer infinite hole. Yeah, I like that.
Well, there it is. The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you?
Hey man, hole's hole.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Well, you know, I gotta clean up these cigarettes because clearly somebody was getting ahead of themselves and then... Oh, not working, you're right.
Teleport button not working? You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
Well,
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
then what would
I'm
that be?
out.
Huh?
Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
You know
get
what?
to be with the hole, I get to do literally
I love
anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope
you
you
have
and
nowhere
the
to go.
hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Wait. That's not... You can't do that. And then what if I just... You know... restart the entire game? Will he be like... Oh my... If I stay in my hole, I'll be safe. If I stay in my hole, I'll be safe. If I stay in my hole, I'll be safe. It's okay. Hole is safety. The hole has spoken. Yes. Yes. Faster. Faster, hole. We have to reach the bottom of the infinite hole. Well. Very cinematic. Supposed to be in my hand. Bam. 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 Boom. Kablooey. Kabam. Shaboom. I don't like this one that much. Yeah, this one's terrible. Okay.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
I'm afraid the reality one's gonna make it so I get out of this hole, and that would be not what anyone wants. Where's my bang right again?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
Okay. Hoppy. Did you change self? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. This is one. Hey. Hey. That's not me. Nah, that's the Ratatouille guy. What's his name? I don't know. Oh, beautiful.
Stanley? Stanley! Stanley!
Hey!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
Wait, I
drifting
was
away
enjoying
to
that.
dreamland. But we can't
going
have that,
crazy,
Stanley,
but-
because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single minute.
So you woke me up from
So
my amazing
how
dream of
about
being
if I
in this
just
hole.
Pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole. From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
If only I had jumps
and I'm looking
left.
forward to all
And this
of
is a
them.
circle.
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll
So
be
it all
back.
makes sense now.
Toodlepip.
Again. Come on. You want to. You know you want to. Oh. I want to go back. I'm back.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
My bucket at least. I guess I'll go to the That's New area. Because I haven't been there. Jump circle. Terrible jump circle. Setting world champion? It's fine, we'll just
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Wouldn't it?
Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
right now. Okay, fine. Later. Okay, so have I not been somewhere? Did I go back to the hole? I don't see why not. What if I just hopped in the bucket? No. That was the most peak part of this entire game. I love the bucket. Okay, I'm gonna go check if my achievements is ready. Really, with this bucket, I should have enough charisma for this achievement to work. Come on. Well, do I just leave then? Okay. Well, whatever. I need more collectibles. Man. So, get the jump circle. This map is number 5. Future man. Merch. Check out the merch. Champs. Yeah. You put the bucket off the first thing. Yes, yes. I'll check out the settings one more time. And maybe the merch. Maybe. It's locked. We'll check the merch first. Stupid circle. I hate that circle. Man, I wonder what person named Jim is like, oh my god, that's so hype. So happy that I got to hear my name after I pressed the button. That it? Ah, I have to leave now. Unless? No, I gotta go. It's over. As long as I get to keep the bucket, I guess I can't really complain, huh? The bucket is quite the amazingness. Yeah. It should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. Alright. Yeah.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not
good.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come
could be a little
together
more
as one
infinite.
single
Bucket's
coherent video
perfect.
game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
I'm ready.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wait. Collectible.
I mean, there's potential here, right?
I need
It's
it.
sort
I
of...
need
Okay, never mind.
There's jumps. There's available
Hold
jumps.
on. Let me
Wait,
do
wait,
a
wait.
different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh, whoa. What did you do? Wait, more collectibles?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent
Use the
video
bucket,
game
like
at
throw
all. It's
it,
a lot
catch
of
the collectible.
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take
thinking.
the original Stanley Parable
Right.
and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Bucket?
Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Right.
Would it possibly work?
No.
I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
Parable
this is the Stanley Parable 2.
And a bucket.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect.
Like,
Go ahead.
change the hole
Take a look.
into an infinite bucket. Where you can pick a bucket up, jump into the bucket with your infinite hole, right? Think about it. And then you... Yo, this looks like... This is peak?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Click
He
button.
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on
Single
his
finger
desk,
technique.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
What?
Something he would never quite forget.
No.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he
Yeah, mine for a
realized
few.
that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
I
instructions,
feel like we've been here.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Please tell me this. I can do the. Oh my god.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
That right there is already like absolutely insane. No, I can't click on anything. No, 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 no. My progress. I'm not forgetting about that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Whatever. I guess so. This is fine. I don't care.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
A bucket.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No.
You can feel that, can't you? The
No,
aura
no.
of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket.
I'm
It
gonna go
belongs
insane
in a
if this
broom
guy
closet.
takes my
That's what the broom
bucket.
closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This
I
is
will.
your bucket. This
Mine.
is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of
No, you're
petty
lying.
insults simply
You
in
would
order
never.
to get you to hand over the bucket?
No, no, no,
Stanley,
no.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
Alright.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide
Fuck
variety
you,
of experiences you and the bucket have
What?
shared together. Go through each of them point by
No.
point. Share your
No.
journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I love you, broom closet. I know you wouldn't say any of those things. I know you don't mean any of it.
Okay,
I forgive you.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Second
Here we
bucket?
go.
Oh my
There.
god, beautiful.
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a second sticker back
Oh,
here, and I'm going
okay.
to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
That's
That
huge.
way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not,
Question.
you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a
So-
bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
You put the property of Stanley, beautiful. And then you threw the bucket on second. So can you tell me why the
You
property
know what?
of Stanley is
I could
above
take the name-calling and the
bucket?
dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily
Right.
the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
I think the narrator is jealous that I like spending more time with this closet who did nothing wrong. Closet's innocent. I think the narrator is just lonely. Sad, even. Narrator's my third best friend. Bucket's first. Closet second. Yeah. Well. I'll miss you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Walk up
boss's
backwards.
office.
Look at that. Boom. Okay. Clap. Oh, shit. Is this... Got a different quote? Got the feeling money is for Steve.
You found one of them.
one of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting
What
all
can
of
I say?
these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Now, I wonder if I missed anything else. Cool. I'll just follow what he says. Maybe I'll find everything. Oh, come on, dude.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were
Can't have my shoes on the couch if I don't have feet.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
No, I noticed.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Buckets to go.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh my god.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Let's
You know, there really must be a
go.
snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley
Sure.
figs.
Uh-oh.
What about
Good.
Stanlerines?
I don't know about
Yes,
Stanlerines.
I think I like that.
All right, my
Another
opinion's invalid.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Hey. Well, maybe I can find one hiding on the elevator. Oh, never mind. Maybe now?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything
so.
will be fine.
Now I go back up, it's gonna respawn that same
Stanley
cycle.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. But of
Okay.
course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
Alright, Bucket, you know how to solve this?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Hey, Bucket. Are we ride or die?
The monitors jumped
Where's
to life,
427?
and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Right there.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped,
Oh, that's a beautiful looking office right
monitored
there.
like guinea pigs.
Almost like it's...
The bucket had
Mine.
never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
I do not mean to do
Thankfully,
this.
he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually
Oh.
they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and
Oh, hell
relaxed.
yeah, dude.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility
Well.
at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there.
Yeah, it's
never
my
been
bad.
able to unearth
That
the
was
many
not on
mysteries
purpose.
of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Huh?
It unsettled
What?
the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually
Bucket
like
part 2?
this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending.
The bucket
But
side.
it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
How long was a very long time? Oh,
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
you're the narrator, bro. Really?
Stanley
Bucket.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Bottom text. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding all of them. Nearby a fireplace. Secrets. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with the stairs. Some more both red and blue. Okay. Okay, hold on. Red and blue. Lots of boxes. Stairs. That just means...
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Make a
Coming to a
valid point.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I really want to go down. You know what? I got my bucket this time. Yes.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines
Figlies,
and
see?
Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better
Well, last time you
encapsulates
thought
the
my
intrinsic
opinion was
sense of
invalid,
happiness
so-
that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Yep. And here's got nothing for me, right? Large room, lots of boxes, and what was the last one? I don't remember. I'll figure it out. So I got the one here. This is the smelly place, I guess. Red and blue. I don't.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Sorry,
luck.
boss. Got
Was
to
it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
These aren't boxes, are they? Nah. This means I gotta go and take the... all the stuff I have to go get her before.
Stanley and the
this.
bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Huh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
You know, I can
What
actually jump from here.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Skipping frickin'.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone
Well,
in the
hang up on
office
us.
was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very
Come
nearly
on.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
I need...
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except
Was it talk about the red and blue doors, right? And then the large room box.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I can't even go up there.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
What if I press
For
on?
he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Okay. Well,
They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
we get the good ending?
Was it
Me
over?
and the buck get the good ending?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
That's weird.
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
That sounds
True,
criminal.
it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one
That
they
sounds
lived together.
terrible. Who would do that?
With one another
Monster.
to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
Throw the
Was
bucket
Stanley
over.
and the
Have a good
bucket
life.
not about to be freed?
Live for both of us.
Unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he
I
would
can't
never
see
again
shit.
leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Man. Oh. As long as I get
How
my
long
bucket.
was I sitting there?
I
Stanley
don't
wondered to himself.
care.
Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Freaking bucket,
The
man.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away
Okay.
as Stanley embraced
Figurines
the bucket.
are... I gotta go to the right side, no? The right room now?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley
Where?
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Or
him
take
that the
the-
employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Remember.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Sorry, man.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh, lots of boxes.
No,
Said the bucket.
Nah.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh. Oh.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Maybe, I guess. Whoa, almost fell. Now what if I... No, I can definitely survive a fall down there. By climbing down. Ah, I'm so tempted. Where's this lead me to? What? Where am I? I don't think we've been here.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Good one.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's
That's
no
not me speaking, right?
explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Let me turn around. Oh, it's recording.
Caporata.
Sounds normal. Nothing wrong happening. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I do have to go and double check what
Warmth
the...
spread through Stanley's arms.
I don't remember what the...
With the bucket in his arms again,
the last
he
one
was
is.
home.
No, okay, hold on. Actually, if I go to... Alright, Bucket. You're my favorite.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to... And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I just had to check... Where... Somewhere both red and... See, yeah. Somewhere both red and blue. Let's go find some quick ending. Oh my god.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet. Simply because coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket.
Wait, what?
It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
No.
Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
It's my bucket,
Now he noticed that the rooms were empty, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard calling to him.
Huh?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
I can hear
the bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next.
Bucket.
None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
No.
Come
Not my
to me,
bucket.
Stanley! Find me!
No.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
I'm a bucket.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
And I'm dead. Bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
God damn it.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He lost his bucket.
This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
You took my bucket away from me.
He didn't realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home.
No.
How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass.
Well,
and she
life kicked my ass. What? With the bucket? Oh, that's impressive. I'm proud of you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where was that again?
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
Red and blue.
He'd never be alone again.
I'm assuming it's the room with the red and blue door, right? But I actually don't remember how to get to the red and room and blue.
Stanley clutched the bucket.
I'm pretty sure it was by taking
this
here.
Was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Here.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Not true. I don't remember.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
True.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
This is a pail.
Step in here for a moment.
All right.
Now then,
a game show.
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios
and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Handle up bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual
makes sense.
bucket.
That makes sense.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Oh, I'm so smart. I'm a big old genius.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
That's a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth.
And
I thought
holds
this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
You're right. I apologize.
Is this a bucket?
Yeah, it's a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm just so big brain.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
God, no, that's not a bucket. That is not a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Well, that's not fair. Which means I'm still technically right.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which
Everything
of course
is a
is not
bucket.
true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Well, to be or not to be, you know? That is the question. Whether it is a bucket or not a bucket. Everything's a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could
Well,
answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
It's because everything's a
Do
bucket.
any of us know what a bucket is?
You are a
Am
bucket.
I a bucket?
When you shoot a basketball and it goes in,
Stanley, I can't
that's a
keep
bucket.
doing this.
When you
I'm
fill a
losing
pail
myself,
up
and
with
myself
water,
was
that's
all I
a
ever had
bucket.
to begin with.
With water.
I'm afraid the bucket
It's
is
a
threatening
bucket.
to tear our relationship apart.
I'm telling
I
you,
can't
everything's a
have that.
bucket.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No. You cannot.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything's a
Why did
bucket.
everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
God, I had no
Come on.
idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Buckets can't
wonderful
hold
news.
buckets.
We're not buckets.
Come on.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything.
Put my bucket
we'll
back.
put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows
problem.
what that information might do to a person. All right,
Bucket stuff.
here we go.
Yes. Bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the
Turn
meeting
you
room.
off.
Perhaps
Get
he had simply
my
missed a memo.
Bucket. Okay. Where's the... It's gotta be on the right side. I
Stanley
think.
clutched the bucket tightly
I don't
to his
remember
chest. This was
seeing-
not the
no.
correct way to the meeting room.
It might have been the
But
actual
Stanley had
way.
felt the bucket
No.
calling to him,
No, it
telling
can't be.
him that the...
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I didn't even go anywhere yet. Not even dark. What dark? What are you talking about? Oh.
Now pick up the phone,
said the bucket.
pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
You mean it?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Kind of nice.
And then, very distressingly, he
basket,
began to
not a
believe the
bucket.
bucket could speak to him. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object?
Bucket.
I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Okay.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
Bucket,
Listen
do
to
you hear
me.
that?
It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different
Not
location.
true.
That's it. It doesn't
We're
do
friends.
anything else.
It talks to me. Don't listen to the loud man. Whatever you say, bucket.
You see, he's not listening.
You
He's
mean the
still
bucket
taking
have
orders from the bucket.
good old boinger
You know,
boinger?
once upon a time, it was me he took
clank.
orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his
Trusted
awful
is an exaggeration.
bucket, his stupid hunk of metal. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
Whoa, slander.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount
It's
of
the
water
bucket of all
from one
buckets.
room to another.
Oh, we live the same day.
My God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Gosh.
Oh no, I'm having feelings.
Oh,
Bucket.
yes.
No,
We're gonna.
no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps
bucket.
if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
Oh, I'm trapped.
Yes. The bucket could tell me what to
No.
do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
My bucket. Don't you dare touch my bucket. Where's my bucket? Where's my bucket, man? I have a bucket. Hold on. We're
When
here.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
not taking the
this was
bucket.
not the correct way to the meeting room.
So I want to go
and
to the room
Stanley
now
knew it perfectly well.
without the bucket.
Perhaps he wanted to
and
stop
see
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
if I can find what I'm
It was
looking
okay.
for.
Convinced that I
Collectibles
want
are
something
still-
bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know
Yeah.
how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Yes.
Let me prove that I'm on... And there it is. The last
Stiggly Wiggly.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that
Trivial.
a job well done is its own reward.
Subjective. All right.
I would tell you that
This
I'm
is
proud of you for collecting
objectively,
them, but that would be like a reward,
important.
and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Well,
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
alright,
Thank
well.
God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Oh,
the problem is all
goddammit.
these choices. Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
It really
Didn't
was,
it fill
but
you to
what's
the
behind
brim
this
with
wall?
inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh,
I would love nothing
come
more than
on.
to revisit the figurines. Just one
All
more
right.
time.
When Stanley found the collectibles. When I found every single last collectible. All 6 of the 6th collectible.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Like this one here. Yes! What's here?
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that,
Yeah.
Stanley. I'll be honest.
I did that.
Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue
Oh.
to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Next?
Okay,
Understood.
let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the
Did I
room you
find-
found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Would have been here, no? It only makes sense that I would have found it here.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments
then
are
it
so
was the
crystal
stairs.
clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised.
Then the box.
After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
We did?
Well, I can't actually say I remember being in
I
this
don't
room,
either.
but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I guess so. And then here, yeah.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah,
really
yeah.
something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly
Well,
special
you
to
could
me, I
definitely
made a
survive
little
that.
video to commemorate the occasion.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Ooh, transition. What's That's hype. Oh yeah. Best boy. Slow it down.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes. Huge. Down here.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yeah.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley, and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other.
I'm proud I
Except for
collected
the
all
other
these
moments picking
big
up figurines,
fleas.
which it was exactly like.
They both lead here. And then... Okay.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines?
No,
Let's
no,
just
no. You
go
said...
backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
No. No. You said we go... Man. What if I change it up? I went to the blue door. Let's go to the red.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I do. Huge.
Yes, I love that video.
It's a good video. Top tier even. This I don't even remember being in this pink room, but...
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
I'm glad we were here to experience this together, Mr. Narrator. You see, we didn't come here the first time. Oh. Nothing there. Bathroom.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
For reason.
This is it. The very first
What's
one we
up with all
found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The exit to my job as a... Oh. Right. Here. And then... Please tell me it refreshed my jumps.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. Oh, yes, the two doors.
Right.
Who could have forgotten that? A
Left
classic
one.
memory,
So this would be
this
the
one.
right one.
And before everything else, there was your office.
There was.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's
more
something I
office.
feel I
Bucket.
can remember. I can
Bucket.
remember. I
Bucket.
can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different.
You were?
I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
Thank you.
But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with.
That's
you know
a,
what?
yeah.
Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, but I want to get the last secret, or what I assume. Not maybe it's not the last.
All
one,
of his
but
co-workers were gone, and he's left.
can't stop here, can I? Yeah, it just says to reboot the game entirely. So, what if I quit to desktop, right? Stay with me now. Is there really an achievement? Oh, I want to check this out. There's an achievement, play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of its use day. One of these days. Don't play Stanley Parable for 10 years. Test achievement. There's even a speed run for this. Maybe I'll get those later, but let's see. Okay. Well, it did say to... Am I putting the time in? It's been... Yeah, I'll do it. I will participate in the time. Technically, alright. Right here, yeah. I'm hanging on. Just gonna say something, yeah, sure. Both times booted. Oh yeah, no problem. 12, called it, yep. Yep, no problem. Tell me, yep. Hey, of course I am. That's correct if you're setting, yep. Hey, well, I'll make you a deal. Since you're being so cooperative, next time you boot the game, that's the screen. Just set the clock to your favorite time. Pick. End it. What? That's amazing. So now that I've rebooted the game and I'm back, there's gotta be...
Still
now
no one
it's
was
just...
here. Stanley...
I want to get... I don't know what other endings I'm missing, but I know there's something
Stepping
with...
into his manager's office,
if
Stanley
I
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the
missing every ending
all along?
will give you one
was
of the
bucket
like the ability to
yes,
change
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The thing on the screen. It's like 4 or 5 different times you can click on it. You know, click put any input, and then the purple bar appears.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. What kinds of things does a bucket want
I think I want
to
the
do
achievement I
or
click
not
off.
want to do in the first place?
But I think the other ending is if I
These
click
questions
on,
raced furiously in
then I
Stanley's
get
feeble
the mind control I've been looking for.
He screamed into the bucket.
Or
He
the
couldn't
ending.
accept
What am I
it.
talking about? I'm
His
getting mind
own
control.
life in someone else's control. Never!
Crazy.
He squeezed on this very place.
I'm gonna click on this
and as
time.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror.
Bucket,
Had this
how
been the
could you?
bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What the? Bird. Oh.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him.
This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
What is it?
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
But why?
Had the bucket known this all along?
Bucket's
Stanley
genius.
marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
I am. Which birds are the best, though? Oh. Okay, that should
All of his
realistically
co-workers were gone.
give me
What could it mean?
one of the
Stanley
endings,
decided to
right?
go to the meeting room.
Which means-
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right?
The bucket
Oh,
made Stanley
yes.
want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps,
Wait.
he would become both of those things.
Why is it back to 1? Oh no, I'm confused. Huh. I think this all activates, yeah. I don't know, once I've gotten all the endings or whatever I'm looking for. But because I don't actually know
When at last they
how many or what I need.
is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
Okay, now we'll see. This one
Very lucky indeed.
did the other ending though. That makes, what are the other 3? There's 2 with the button, 2 with like the off and on button. So I escaped
Stanley
once.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Didn't
This was
escape
not
the
the
other
correct
time.
way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the
are
bucket
the
calling
proper
to
endings
him,
in this
telling him
that I can
that
get?
the employee, the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? We care about you,
You see,
Stanley?
your friends and I are
Thanks.
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just
Yes.
sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Closet.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley.
You're
Let's
so
give them
true.
more content exactly like this.
so
But if we
true.
want to
You're so
do
right.
that, you're going to have to give something up.
You right? What?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
What?
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out
What if I
character with so much personality that to
throw the
me,
bucket?
it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely
Makes
you don't need me to
hamburgers?
spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
New collectible, the bucket destroyer?
The bucket destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
You will be missed. Not that much, though. Now, does this count as an ending? Can I put my bucket in this time? I just want to get this. Okay. How are you gonna tell me that I was spending too much time with the bucket you gave me? It's like if you gave me a gift on my birthday or Christmas, and I used it too much, or what if I threw it away, you know?
Played some silly music as well.
You gave to me.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
Okay,
but if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
We even fought. And
can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
It's just a sad
Surely
time
you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley.
I apologize.
Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Oh, it doesn't even want to go.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Alright, I don't think you can get rid of this bucket. It's immortal. So what if I get the endings with the bucket and without the bucket? Do those all count?
The bucket
I want to figure this out. Know what?
All of his co-workers were
There
gone.
are so many
what could
endings.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
but-
simply missed a message.
Also, I don't even remember how to get this ending here with the input stuff, but I've sat here for 4 hours in this chair. My ass is cooked. I gotta get up. But that was the Stanley Parable. I mean, hey, you can get the game. You can play and get all the endings, or go and watch someone else get them. But I think that'll be it for me, just because, I mean, it's a beautiful game. But I don't even know if there's a true ending, but this, and apparently this bucket here, this single bucket doubles the amount of endings there actually are. But you just have to like restart this entire thing again. So, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna sit through all that right now. But again, thank you so much for watching. I do encourage you go and play this game. It's been out for a while, so you probably already know about it.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Yeah.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah, whatever, narrator. Okay, but yeah, well, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.